Most nights are late nights, but typically I like to have videos done by now. So if I need to reshoot something, it's not that hard. I can just redo it. But tonight it's like, you know, we're doing it late and just
hang out.
So guys, I will check your message.
Stream
probably tomorrow though, because literally right after this, I'm just going straight into paintball question time. We're just doing that, not live. That
Mike Bueller, what's going on, buddy?
Maybe your question will be answered.
How you doing?
We have 3 questions lined up.
Face mouse,
so
like button, everybody like button, like button.
Come back tomorrow.
Exactly, like button is the way to go.
I'm going to go home. So, thank you guys for coming by. Thank you so much for everyone that super chats.
I love the super chat.
Definitely appreciate it.
2 Mile Walk. Keep it up, buddy. Keep walking, walking. I'm getting back into walking.
Pacific Standard Time. Check back tomorrow.
My back's been killing me the last 2 weeks.
Question time.
Brad's got a great show. All right, so Brad is over. So I'm going to go to my channel here so I can just make sure. Just got your barrel cover. Awesome, Isaac. I appreciate it. Ian, again, I'm sorry for putting you in timeout. I saw all the emojis and just went, doom. Sorry. As soon as I hit it, I was like, oh, how can I delete that timeout? And I can't. So, and move that so that lamp is driving me crazy. What autococker should you get if I'm going to turn it into a pump? Pretty much any average one. I know people who do trilogies, and they work really well. As long as you get a good pump kit, I'd go with CCM for sure. I would not get something extremely cheap as far as a pump kit, but the actual marker, because I mean, it's just a piece of metal. So you put a good pump kit on it, good internals in it, and you'll be great. It's all right. I thought I was putting in timeout during the stream too. Chris, you probably deserved it. Steven, how's it going? Pump tournament was awesome. Oh man, that pump tournament was really awesome. The CCM J2, should you buy it? Yes, and then send it to me so I can review it. How much should I sell a Bob Long Intimidator ECX for? I honestly have no idea. Jason McCoy was using his SL68 with a first strike loaded in like a muzzleloader. I've done that before. I have definitely done that before. I didn't mean to put you in timeout. I think Bornax might have done it because I didn't see the swastika. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't send me that CCM J12 because if you do, I might not like my CCM S6 nearly as much. But if you want to send it to me, I'll play with it and I'll do a little review on it. So, nice. I still need a haircut. Have not had time. Got to swipe all these people texting me and stuff. Got any info on the JT Impulse? Haven't heard much about them, but I know they're not selling well. Ty Naz. Yes, I have thoughts on the JT Impulse. I think the JT Impulse is one of the most underrated paintball markers made. It's not made by JT anymore. GOG, I think, is actually making them or assembling them. I had a JT Impulse when they first came out. They were over $1,000, and it shot really well. It shot really well. It was a little bit loud. It wasn't quite as efficient as an LV1, but it competed with them. I've had people who shot LV1s like, this is the best gun ever, and then I'm like, here, try this, and they shot it. They're like, wow, there's not a lot of difference. The thing with the JT Impulse is they put JT on it. JT is seen for, they're known for making, got very good goggles, very good pants and shirts and stuff like that, but they're known for making horrible, horrible, horrible markers. They're known for making the Raider, the Outcast, the ECast, stuff like that, that's all 100% beginner level markers and not for making $1,000 markers. If they had put the Empire Impulse on it, it still would be in production today, in my opinion. I see what some people are asking. Impulse was made by Key, then Smart Parts bought Key, I believe. No, Key was bought by GI. And GOG, because it's not Smart Parts, the SP doesn't stand for Smart Parts. It just stands for SP. It stands for Smart Parts. It's the same thing. But yeah, the Key was actually bought by GI Sports. After GI bought Tippmann, I can't remember the exact chronology of it, but GI owns Key. But the Impulse was made by Key, which owned JT at the time, and Empire and all this stuff. If they had made the Empire Impulse, it would have been a success. They'd still be selling it, maybe not for $1,000, $1,200 or whatever, but for $700 or $800, they'd still have a solid poppet valve marker. So, but everybody seems to be going to spools nowadays, so who knows? You love your LV1. Anthony, the LV1's a fantastic marker. Even you can shoot it. You have the certificate to CCM. I can't wait to use it. Awesome squishes. Where'd you get the certificate? Was that from the tournament this weekend? And if so, you have to mail it in. But so get all your information, figure out what you want to buy, call CCM. Great customer service. Check them out. Bornax, you're the XO at EMR. Game of Bones, I believe is called the name of the game. Congratulations. Let's see. Put me in timeout. Jake, can I send you my Timmy one day? Sure. Yeah. Love LB1. Can you show us your pump setup? Actually, I've got it right here. And here's my tank. So, this is my CCM S6. I've got a Spire on it because I don't know why, but this thing is just a fantastic marker. Or I can, oh, I love this thing. I'll fire a couple of these. Yeah! There we go. That is my tank. I love my tank. It's the Ninja Superlight 68. It's 2012 limited edition. Has Clover on it. I'm Irish, so I was like, yeah, I'll get it. Man, I bet you're. Let's see. Steven says, man, I bet you my alias with Eganram and Lurker tuning is better than LV1. Quite possibly. Bornax's friend has a JT Impulse, and it's amazing. Yeah, it's fantastic. No, okay, Chris, you ordered a pair of JT pants. JT pants are great. JT jerseys, great. JT goggles, great. JT guns are looked at as crap. And if it had not had, if the Impulse had not had JT on it, it would not have gone under. It would have been a success in my opinion. Let's see. Is my window open? Are you looking in there? My window is open. It's a sliding window. I'll let in a little bit of air because it's not 900 degrees right now. Oh my God, that was Brad! People room like Brad! Let's see. Man, let's see. Where are we? Shooty guns or poop? PG, yes. JT, just trash. Some people think so, especially their markers. But I liked my Impulse. I just don't play semi very often anymore. And I prefer spool valves over poppets. Does anyone know what the red, white, and blue emblem on the side of the WGP Cocker's body were for? Probably America. Anthony Harrow, it are really like shoot. They are loud. Oh yeah, the JT Impulse. They're light. They did cost too much. The benefits and purpose of the on-off ASA. Yes, very good question. Who was that? That one goon. This is an on-off ASA. If it doesn't have this screw, see how that unscrews? That relieves the pressure on the pin or the ball, whatever tank you have, on your tank. So I'll actually just show you. This one is actually not a very good one. Now, I've got to pump this. So, right now, then, when I screw this in, you might be able to hear it. Oh. Well, see, I told you this is not a really good one. Oh, that's right. My tank is empty. So let me try a new tank. I emptied this tank so I could show you guys the benefits or how to change the regulator, the pressures on the regulator. So let me unscrew this. All right, so there's no air pressure. You might be able to hear this. It aired it up. Now, if you don't have this, then you have to turn this one, and it does that. Let's air this back up. My O-ring just ripped. That is one of the negatives about not having an on-off ASA. You can strip your O-rings. But with this old crappy one, there. Now, my tank, I can unscrew it with 2 fingers. So you're going to save your threads both on your marker, on your ASA, and on your tank. You're also not going to strip out your O-rings nearly as much, which, yep, I just did. So I got to buy a new O-ring. So that's 25 cents. That's what the ASAs do. They relieve the pressure from your tank and your marker. It bleeds out, just psst. That's what a good one does. One of the best ones is the Pops on-off ASA by Planet Eclipse. Rip Bob Long. Yeah, I love Bob Long markers, but it's not. They're not dead. They just changed the name. They're Field 1. SP actually stands for Shocker Paintball, but more or less it's Smart Parts. Exactly, Ty-Naz. It's Smart Parts. Like the LV1 and the E-Tech 5, but I shoot a Protomax Rise. LV1's great. E-Tech 5 is really, really good. Protomax Rise, it's a spool valve. I might prefer that myself. Why do you not play the new Super Guns? I like playing Pump. Okay, man, get ready for Wicked Alias to come through. Awesome. I was playing a game. Wow, this thing's rolling. I was playing a game and a guy wiped his hit, so when Fit hit the shan, I started yelling. Probably wasn't the best idea. I try to be nice. Hello, Tech Horde, sorry. I try to be nice on the field. But if someone's wiping, I can't stand cheaters. I can't stand wiping. Light them up. If it's obvious, call them out. Say, ref, check him. The best thing to do, if you're shooting, you know you hit somebody, put your marker down. That way, if you're like, check him, and he turns to shoot you, then, I mean, it might not be called. It might not let anybody know except for you. But then you at least know that, hey, I put my marker down, facing the ground, and you kept shooting me. You're a punk. I can't stand cheaters. The pump kit, it depends. If you get a CCM, some of them are cheap, some of them are expensive. You just have to go to CCM's website, which I think is just ccm.com, but I'm not sure. Do a Google search for CCM paintball. But CCM, it would be the pump kit that I would go with. I'm going to use my SLG next time I play a scenario. Awesome, Anthony. Looks like underbore stiffy. No, that's actually my Deadly Winds carbon fiber barrel. It's the Deadly Winds Fiber X, so it accepts freak inserts. I think it was on my video last week about barrel sizing. If you missed that, you should check it out because it was enthralling. So this accepts inserts. This is a 682. Paint's getting smaller and smaller. Sometimes that's too big. Back in the day, 689 was pretty standard. But I've been shooting a 684 all of last year, and now I have moved down to a 682 because paint's getting smaller. So let's see. More about that window being open. I like to have the breeze coming in. See how my windows are moving? My drapes are moving. Curtains, those aren't really drapes. It's a blackout curtain because I like it being completely black. If I could, I would paint my windows black. I can't stand sunlight. Even though it creates life, you know. Do you also shoot electros and semi? Yes, I do sometimes. I've got a carnivore somewhere around here. Yeah, y'all have seen it many times. I might show it next time. Our carnivore autococker. Chris Kuka, you shoot your Empire Axe 2.0 and love it. Awesome. That's the thing. Everybody's like, what's a better gun? What's a better gun? And it's all a matter of opinion. Like Brad, he likes the ETHA 2. It's a good gun. For $400, it's a really good marker. Some people might not like the ETHA 2. Some people might think it's the best marker ever made. For the price, you really can't beat it. I prefer the Axe. I like the looks of it. I like the feel of it. But it doesn't mean it's a better marker or a worse marker. It's all depending on your personal preference. What's better, a Lamborghini or Ferrari? They're both freaking awesome. I wish Brad said something about B-Cob. Oh, yeah, his house burned down. And we're trying to do a GoFundMe page to get that. Anybody else seeing Pixels? Probably because I'm on my phone. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet, so I can't get super chats. And I've made $7.19, I think, on YouTube. So I'm not going to go spend $1,000 on a nice setup. So we'll just have to suck it up for a while. Let's see, where are we? Send Jake a super chat to make up for the O-ring. Make it for O-ring. Yeah. I can't do super chats yet. Someone pointed out I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. I have 530 or 40 or something like that. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can get super chats. And maybe I'll have a boing video or audio file because Brad's was really cool. You have arrived, Tech Horde, a little bit ago. It's the Zoden KPC. I don't know. I've never worked with the Zoden KP3. I'm not a huge Zoden fan. I do like the KP3. I thought it was for the $230. I thought it was a fantastic marker. I didn't like that it did not have auto trigger, which I like auto trigger. But yeah, excuse me. I got a hair that's gone on my nose or something. It's bothering the crap out of me. But yeah, the Zoden is not my favorite company. I don't dislike them. I just don't think they're as good as many other companies out there making similar or better markers, especially in the same price range. Yes, there is no super chat. When someone wipes, you just put 6 or 8 on them. Fine with me. I don't have a problem with that. Yeah, Ian, back to the super chat. Brad's, there's a super chat. I don't have 1,000 subs, as Sizik says. I have a KP3, and it's an awesome pump. I can't ask for more. The price range. Exactly, Tynaz. I mean, that's $230. You can't beat it. You can step up and go to Empire Sniper, which, in my opinion, is a better marker, but it's also $380. And then you can go crazy and get a CCM or an MVP by Bob Long, Field 1, but you're paying $600, $700, $800, sometimes more. Another good marker is a Phantom. You can get those for a couple $100. They're going to be a little bit higher pressure, so you can't use the extremely brittle paint a lot of the times. But Phantoms are good prices, good markers, and I would pick one of those used over a KP3. Most electronic hoppers feed, yes, they can pretty much all feed 6.82 paintballs. They can almost feed 50 cal. Well, 50 cal might get jammed up, but you're going to run into problems on some electronic hoppers that are force-fed, such as the rotor, the R2, the LTR. Those are all rotors. If you play in a really humid or hot climate, because the paint is going to swell a little bit, so those force-fed ones are going to spin in there, and they're going to kind of get caught in the fingers. Sometimes. Not all the time. They're very good hoppers, or they wouldn't be around for 8, 10, 15, however many years the rotor's been around. But most of them can feed 6.682 paintballs. I see you like ab-bassing. I love the Guggens. I don't have a clue what that is. LaFerrari, though, yes. But in the E-Tech, are you talking to somebody else? Hopefully, AP Bassing. Love the Guggen squad. Hopefully that's somebody else because I don't know. I am behind on the chat about 5 minutes or so. Hit the like button, hit the line button, and subscribe. Yes, everybody hit the like button and subscribe. It's going to be, let me see, where's my hand? It's going to be down about, wait, wrong side? I'm backwards. I don't know. Just hit the like button and subscribe. Good pump around $300 to $400. Empire Sniper. Or if you want to get a used, really nice Phantom, you can get one of those pretty easily. But yeah, those Sterling Sterling makes a nice one, STP, but they're not really in America very much. They're made in the United Kingdom and jolly old England, mate. That's just a crappy accent. Do I get bounces off the beard? Mostly they hit there and they stay, and then I can pick them out and go, hey, shoot it back at you, ting, and do it. Empire Sniper, yes. KP3, yeah, but that's not the $300 range. Can you send a pic on Facebook Messenger to look at and comment? Yes. Are we caught up now? Caught up? Are we caught up now? It looks like we're about caught up. So, yes, Bornax, I do not use beard oil. That is to Jamie Robles. I need to. I've always thought about it, but then I'm like, I'm not going to spend that extra money. But I do wash every single day, sometimes twice a day, and I condition every 2 or 3 days. In fact, I conditioned today or yesterday because it's a little sticking out. So trivia time. Okay, well, let me hold on 1 second. Go into. I have not gotten it. Did you send it to Jake or Jake from NorCal? I bet it's probably to Jake from NorCal. I will be doing trivia time in a second, so we're not falling behind. Let me swipe that message down. Messages to Jake from NorCal. There it is. Okay. Let us see. You have a tournament this weekend, but your biceps are too sore to extend my arms straight. Then just tuck in. Just tuck in like that. Anthony, put your daughter to bed. Appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Have a good one. And hopefully I'll see you this weekend somewhere out on the field. So there, I'm on my page. My computer has been all wonky lately. Activity, mention shares. Okay, let's get back to this. But Chris, ice your arms. Heat therapy, ice, heat. Try not to use them too much. Found a CCM J2 on Craigslist for $500. Buy it. Buy it. But make sure that you trust the person. If it's local, buy it. If it's somewhere else, it could be stolen. Let's see. Where's Ben? He's probably at the warehouse. Here, Bornax. Just email it to me. That might be better. Because it's not coming up. And what is wrong? My mouse is screwed up. I've got this, it's about 4 years old. But it keeps saying connection lost, connection connected, connection lost, connected. And now it's connected again. Michael, thanks for the advice, Jake. Your M2 does not say service anymore. Awesome. I'm glad. I wish I could be the person who helped you, but it was actually Al. I figured that was the case, just telling you that it needed to have a regular maintenance and service, but I didn't want to tell you that and then it'd be something else. So, yeah, I'm glad that it's working, shooting great now. All right, so you emailed it to me, so I'm going to go to my Yahoo page. You might buy a jar of pickles. Pickles are good. I like pickles. I used to hate pickles, but now I really like them. I dated this girl, and she hated pickles too. And I was just trying to be nice and chivalrous, and I took it off her plate and took a bite. And I was like, here, I'll eat your pickle. And she's like, why did you do that? And I was like, you don't like pickles? She goes, yeah, but still. Oh, yeah. That is exactly why... We'll have to post these up. The rotor, it's a rotor R2. The photos that Bornax sent me, it's apparently it was a really hot day, and the paint that they were using looks like it's pretty high quality paint. It kind of looks like Marbleizer, but I don't think it is. I think it's probably APX or something. But anyway, it's all congealed and globbed up into one mass of paint. And this die rotor R2, he's holding it upside down, and the paint is just sitting up in there. So, yeah, make sure you take care of your paintballs. Exalt has a really cool deal. It's a cooler. It's just it is Marbleizer. Okay, it's a soft soft-sided cooler that's silver, so it's reflective, and it's like $17.95. You zip it up, fits a case of paint, either the square ones like Vulcan uses, the rectangular ones like GI uses. Both of them fit in there, and it's going to keep your paint quite a bit cooler. But you don't want to put that out in the direct sunlight. You want to put it under a table, maybe take a white blanket or put it under your car, put it inside your car with the windows cracked, because the heat and humidity will definitely affect a paintball and will turn it into a big glob of crap. So now, who all saw my video that I did on regulators? You have to, yeah, you can also ice your paint. I wouldn't put ice directly on it, but if you had a big cooler and you could put your paint in one side and then put like a baggie of ice with like a towel or something in between the paint and the ice. Golly, sorry, my nose is just... I'm going to have to get clippers up there or something. There's a hair, there's a wild hair. So, let's delete some of these. I've already published my videos. You get over 110 here. Yeah, it was 107 to 110 degrees. Where do you live, Chris? I think I've asked you that before. Looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Jamie, Brian, Lockie, and Ian. Thank you very much for subscribing. I really, really do appreciate it. New Mexico. Yes, New Mexico is quite warm. It's a dry heat, though, so it shouldn't bother you. But no, I definitely do appreciate everybody, the new subscribers. Jamie, Brian, Lockie, and Ian, all from 829. So, y'all have all subscribed today. I definitely do appreciate that. So let's see. Get New Mexico, get over 110, happens all the time. What was my first gun? Or let me screw back. Screw back, let's see. There's an older version axe on eBay with no barrel on eBay for $13. Take it. An older version, I'd put $100 on it. If I had the link, Michael, I'd buy that for $100 and turn and sell it for $250 tomorrow. Thoughts on the HKTFX? I've only used one time, and it was actually one that Brad let me use last weekend at Game of Games, and not this past weekend, but a weekend before last, June 11th, I believe it was, at Ballista Ben's Game of Games, which is the most fun I've ever had playing paintball. It was at NorCal Paintball, or is put on by NorCal Paintball. Here is the link to the Facebook group if anybody is interested. Whoops. If anybody is interested in having a lot of fun, check out Ballista Ben's Game of Games. Check that page out. Ask to join it. If you're in Northern California, it's freaking sweet. Exalt Paintball Products. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Bornax. Yeah, the cooler is sweet. Tomorrow I should have my new Exalt goggle case. The V2, I believe it's what it is called. If I had to get rid of one paintball company, what would it be? It wouldn't be one. It'd be a lot of them. It'd be a lot of the third-party paint companies. It'd be the paint companies that, honestly, and nothing against the big box stores, but the big box stores that do not store their paint, and the companies just go, screw it, we're just going to push all this crap paint out there. And then when people buy it, they're either going to think that all paint should be that cost, or they think that all paint is that crappy. And so if you buy a $25 to $30 case at a big box store and you have a bad experience with it, then you go to a regular paintball field or paintball store, either one, and you get to a place that actually takes care of their paint, flips it, rotates it, keeps it in a climate-controlled environment, all that kind of stuff. It has a lot higher turnover and doesn't have the paint for 6 months to a year. People are going to go, well, I could get that for $25 at whatever place. It's like, it really, really, in my opinion, is a bad thing that a lot of companies do that. So that's the company that I would get rid of, all those secondhand companies or stores that do not follow MAP pricing. As a store, we are required to sell paint and not advertise it for 1 penny less than the manufacturer's advertised price, or the minimum advertised price, whichever one MAP stands for. But the manufacturers say, for instance, Vulcan Infinity. It's $39.95 is the map price. We are not allowed to advertise it for 1 penny less. If we put $39.94, we could lose our dealership. We're probably not going to, but we could. And the stores that just say, you know what, screw it. We're going to put on Facebook, hey, come get $25 paint all the time. Come get it. Come get it. We got $25 paint. It really cuts the throat of every other store. And it's senseless because they're not making a penny on that paint. They're selling it for cost or even below just to get people in the door and make people think that they're a great store or they're doing them a good favor or something. And it really drives paintball stores out of business. So you get rid of A&S gear. I don't like what A&S gear does as far as they don't follow map all the time. So, but yeah. I can see that. Ever use Empire Custom Blend? Yes. And Custom Blend is different almost every time because it's custom blend. So some people will think that, oh, Custom Blend is a type of paint. It's actually not. Oh man, my back is starting to get sore. Custom Blend can be many different things. So yeah, but it's good paint. Let's see. Chris Coca hates spider. I don't like spiders, but paintball marker spiders, I don't have a problem with them. Do I think dye will make a poppet? Jeez, I don't know. That's a good question. I think most people are switching over to spools, especially now that they are getting more and more efficient and catching up with the poppets in efficiency. Now, it's not catching up with the Bob Long G6R titanium that's supposed to get like 2,800 shots on a 68 cubic inch fill or something. But do you really need that? Unless you're playing a 45-minute game or a big scenario game, then 2,800 shots, that's just... Who wants to take a case and a half of paint on the field? The LV1 is the best poppet? Yeah, pretty much the only one. Or you go with an axe and get the best of both worlds. Exactly. The inline poppet. And see, most people, they think they consider the axe and the minis as spools because of the way they're shaped and the way they actually shoot. But they're super efficient. They're a lot quieter than just a regular poppet. I think minis and axes are fantastic platforms. I've got everything going wrong with my face today. My favorite barrel sock brand and model. Boom, that one right there. Exalt, don't tread on me. Buddy of mine, he bought that for me. Thank you, Kane and Hoover. So, that's my favorite one. Your field used Custom Blend and nobody had a clue what it actually was. Paid $40 for it, but that's because I'm sponsored. Usually runs $55, exactly. It is $55 typically. I've seen it $50, I've seen it $60, but most of the time it's $55. So it's going to compare with a GI 2-star, halfway between a 2-star and a 3-star. No, an axe does not compare with an LV1. It doesn't. It's not as efficient, but it's quieter. It's got a smoother shot, in my opinion. I would prefer to shoot an axe than an LV1. But most people, it's not a tournament level marker. Now the Axe Pro, in my opinion, is every bit as good as the LV1. That's me, though. And I'll admit, I don't have a lot of experience with an LV1, but I like the look and feel of the Axe, and especially the Axe Pro. When they turn the battery, like here's the foregrip, and they had the battery in like this, and the Axe, it's a little thin. They turn the battery this way, the 9-volt is perpendicular to you instead of running parallel with a marker. I like it. The Axe 2.0, I've actually not shot it. We've got them on the wall at our store. And I really like the looks and the feel of them. They look like a mini married to an axe, and they had a baby. But I like them. I like how it has the Axe Pro's release system for the bolt. You just push that button, pull it straight out, instead of push the little bolt like the old axe had. Twist it, pull, twist, pull, which is still a very good system. It's so much better than like the mini, where you unscrew, 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 then you get the flathead screwdriver and you pop it out. You really can't do that on the field. So the axe was a big improvement, that little track system they had to take the bolts out. But the new one, which the Axe Pro featured, is push the button and you pull out. It's pretty sweet. Because if you're shooting, you break a ball, you chop a ball, just flip the on-off ASA, just psst, and then you just push the bolt, slide it out, run your squeegee through. It's faster to do that than to take your barrel off. So if you got a major ball break, you can just run your swab or your squeegee right through it, and it's so much faster. The Axe 2.0 you own is identical show to a regular Axe, just better features and cooler milling. Yes, it is cooler milling. It does have a larger button in the back, and like I just said, instead of having the pull or the twist, pull, it just pulls straight out, plus the eye covers. The eye covers are the biggest selling point for the Axe 2.0 in my opinion. That and the rubberized grips on the front. The eye feature, the eye covers. Hey, Paint Slinger 104, first time on, I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. So the eye covers, with the Axe, you had to unscrew the two screws holding the body together, pull those apart, then you had a plate that you had to unscrew, and it had a board like this with two prongs sticking up that was actually the eyes. So if you broke paint and your eyes were dirty, you had to take that gun apart, then you had to take the plate out, wipe it down, put it back. Now, like if this is the marker, it's got a screw here right beside the breech, the feed neck. You unscrew that, pull that cover off, the eye wire, you just pull it away, wipe it down, put it back in, screw it on. So much nicer. Let's see. Same as the Axe Pro, same build internally, yes. Oh, for the Axe and the Axe Pro? Or the Axe 2.0? Okay. Saying the LD1 shoots way nicer than any Axe. Than any regular Axe, yes. It does. And it should. I mean, LV1, what was it, $1,300 when it came out? And the Axe was $460, so it better shoot better than a $460 gun. If it doesn't, Planet Eclipse is screwing everybody. So the LV1 is a better marker than a regular standard Axe in general. But I still prefer a poppet shot, or a spool shot, which the Axe tends to shoot more like a spool. It's a little quieter, and I like that. A little softer. Does anyone know what happened with Hustle Paintball? I'm sure somebody does. I don't. Shot-wise, it's preference, but the build quality and features are nicer than an Axe, of course. Yes, they are. It's lighter. It's better milling. It's way more efficient. So, yeah. I mean, but it's preference. Where am I playing this weekend? I'm not sure. I'm working at the store on Saturday. And then Sunday, if I do play, I'll probably go into Paintball Jungle because it's going to be hot. And Paintball Jungle in American Canyon, California, near Vallejo, is about 20 degrees cooler than every other place. Hopefully I'll get to, since I work about 1 o'clock on Saturday, hopefully I'll get to play for a couple hours Saturday morning at Midway Paintball in Vacaville. Paintball here is pretty dry. Yeah, New Mexico. But you got green chili burgers. Those are nice. I'd rather have a green chili burger than In-N-Out, and I like In-N-Out. And I hadn't been to In-N-Out probably in 6 or 8 months. Now, I'm not knocking the Axe, says Sizik. It's a phenomenal gun. Considering you can buy one for the same price as a Mini GS. Yeah, you can get a brand new Axe Pro or Axe 2.0 for $425. You get a brand new Axe for about $350, $325. Fantastic marker for the price. In my opinion, before the Axe 2.0 and before the Etha 2 came out, I tell people this every single day. The Axe was the best marker, electronic marker, ever made for less than $500. That was my opinion. It still is up until the Axe 2.0 and the Etha 2 came out. Other than those two, to me, it's not even a contest. The Axe was the best marker ever made, electronic marker, less than $500. Chris for Mod, 2K17. All right, we got about 5 months before 2K17's over, so that's a possibility. Have you ever played at night? Going to play at night this Friday? Any tips on play? Ian, where do you live? I have played at night. Sometimes it's really, really, really fun. Sometimes it's absolutely horrible. One of the most fun things that ever happened to me playing paintball was at night. San Antonio, awesome. Riverwalk is beautiful. My brother was in San Antonio for however long basic training for the Air Force is. We played in 1997 or 1998. It was the second D-Day game in Oklahoma. And we were supposed to be guarding this fire base. Well, there's like 600 acres, and it's a 24-hour. This was literally straight 24 hours of playing paintball. So, we're defending a fire base. We are the Germans. The Americans are coming to attack. We're playing in grass that is about waist high. It's pitch black, about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So we walk backwards. Like, it's hard to... Okay, we just walk backwards. Get about 25, 30 yards away from the base, and like you guys are the base. Facing the base, we just go back, we just kind of sit down. We see 7, 8 guys walking, and we know they're Americans. So we're like, hey guys, are you guys Americans? They're like, yeah. We said, hey, the German base is right there. We didn't lie, but we whispered, like, you guys Americans? Like, yes, we are. Good, the German base is right there. They walk past us, we're like, you ready? Yep. You ready? Yep. Pop, 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 pop. Eliminated all 7 or 8 of them. They're like, what the crap, man? That's bull crap. We're like, they're like, we're Americans. We're on the same side. I said, no, we're Germans. They're like, oh, that's bull crap. I said, you didn't ask us. We asked you if you're Americans. You said yes. You never asked what we were. They're like, oh, man, that's true. So that was one of the most fun things I've ever, that was 19 or 20 years ago, because that was, this past weekend was D-Day game in Oklahoma. Let's see. Chris, also just try to pay more attention to where people might be. You can see less, you might be more vigilant. Oh, yes, for night games. I thought you were talking to me. I don't know where everybody is. I thought you meant like where they live. But yeah, just be watching. You're probably going to walk up on somebody, or you're going to get walked up on. You might get shot from real close. A lot of fields have a lower feet per second rule at night. Do I travel out of state to play often? Not often. I'm pretty lucky. I've got like 12, 13 fields within an hour and a half of the store that I work at. So I'm pretty lucky that way. But last month I did travel to Chicago for Living Legends 10. It's an amazing time. Awesome field. CPX Sports actually in Joliet, Illinois, but right outside of Chicago. I would like to travel more. Hopefully, when I get 1,000 subscribers and start being able to do super chats, people start being like, here's a $500 super chat. Come play with me. I'll be like, all right, I'll give you a free barrel sleeve. Not this one. Maybe one like it. But, yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Maybe not a full-time basis, but every once in a while, someone go, hey, come on out, man. We got you a free pass. Should you use a light on your barrel? I wouldn't. A lot of places with that, you're going to have, say this is a glow stick. For instance, they'll have red or blue, and you'll just have it around your neck. That's what the majority of night games that I've played have done that. Or hanging from your goggles, hanging from the back of your goggles. But I wouldn't put a flashlight, because people are going to be like, there's the flashlight, shoot it. Let's see. Paint Slinger, where are you from? Can't remember. Anyone out of Oregon on here? No, but I wish I could have gone to Oregon. Oh, well, there might be. But Super Game is something that I want to go to. I wanted to go to this year, but it was like 2 weeks before Living Legends, and I just really could not swing that. The field has lights on in some parts. Okay, that's cool. For a night game, I would rather play where I can see. Your team used to go out with mag light at night. We would get lit up, but it was really fun holding flashlight for the enemy. No guns either. Yeah, I've been out on fields many times with no markers. Just going up with a stick or something, just point, bang, 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 bang. We had night tournaments here in Alabama. Axe versus LV1 talk. What DJ K Styles missed? Yeah, Axe versus LV1 talk. Serious question, ag or VSB? Neither. I'm not an ag person. I'm very sexy beast. Is that VSB? I am one, obviously, but I'm old. I don't know all these young names and words these kids say these days. Definitely LV1. Pump my carny? Nope. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. All right, trivia time. Sizik, trivia time. Let's see. How much trying to find something. Look good, feel good, play good. If you want to match your clothing, have a nice head. Oh, yeah, I agree. I mean, if someone wants to be full dye or Planet Eclipse or whatever, I don't have a problem with it. It's just that it's not me. I go out there, I wear Empire pants just because we had them on sale at the store, and it was like $60 for those camouflage Empire pants. They're awesome. They're comfortable. I'm going to get those. So I wear that. I've got a Planet Eclipse jersey that someone brought in and I bought, but I don't really wear it right now because it's summer. It's way too hot. Let us see. I'm going to try to find... Man, these do not have prices. This magazine sucks. There's some good-looking girls in there. This magazine does not... Most expensive gun in the world. Okay, this magazine's stupid. No prices. Hey, Kyle Spickett, you just missed Sizik again. You missed him over in Brad's Paintball Room My Life. You just missed him. Speedball or woodsball? Personally, I like woodsball, but I'll play speedball. Keely Watson, she was the answer. I'm just gonna sit here and think about Keely Watson. Smiles. I smile. I'm in heaven when I think about Keely. What was the name of the company? Nobody answer. Lauren Kelly's freaking smoking hot. But she's not Keely Watson. And Keely Watson is mainly because, I mean, she was the original. Lauren Kelly is gorgeous. But she's not Keely Watson. So, nobody answer until I type go, or you see go up here. The first person after it wins. They get 127 points and a left-handed high five. So, what is the name of the company that introduced Marbleizer? Name of the company that introduced Marbleizer. The name, not the initials. What? Yes, it's RPS, but RP Shearer Zucchini, which I had for dinner tonight. So, you get 127 points, left-handed high five. Boom. Zucchini. Yes. RP Shearer. Some of the best paints ever made. RP Shearer. Trivia time number 2. Don't say it until you see the words go this next time. What is the company that distributed RP Shearer back in the late 90s? The company that distributed RP Shearer and many other things. I mean, and what did PMI stand for, Jason Cowell? Kyle Spickett with Empire, Empire, Empire. Empire is not that old. I mean, it's old compared to Pursuit Marketing Inc. Jason Cowell. Good job. And you got the second win, which I forgot what you won. So I'm going to fist pound, explode. Key is way after PMI. Pursuit Marketing Inc. Was a company that was pretty much the biggest company in paintball. You had also, what was the competing company? Not PMI, but what was the other company by the initials? Boom. Everybody who knew PMI probably knows this one too. Pretty sure, yeah, GI Sports owns Key now. But this was a national company. Gave you a hint right there. Come on, not Penn. Nope, not PMI. That was one company. Competing company that was also one of the major distributors. No, Kingman was a company that made paintball markers. And they made some paint, they made some hoppers and stuff, but mainly the Spider and the Hammer, the original Hammer, not the Hammer 7, which the Hammer 7 was, or the Hammer was a fantastic pump marker. No, It's not Empire. Distributors of everything paintball. Not Tippmann. They just made Tippmann. Planet Eclipse just made Planet Eclipse. Had Die. I won NPS. National Paintball Supply. Also National Pro Shop was another one. So, yeah. So, nobody won that one. What was this marker here for 872 points? Well, in fact, this was distributed by National Paintball Supply. Right there. That's National Paintball Supply. What is this marker? After I type in go, what is that marker? Can't believe nobody's gotten it yet. Very, very close, Smoking Tyran 6. Very close, but not exactly right. It's not an automag, it's not a micro mag. It's not a supernova. It is the Nova and a number. It is a Nova. So put them both together, and you have the... It's not a Nova 6. Airstar Nova 700. Tynaz with 872 points, or whatever I said. And that's all. So, there's some trivia. Here's another NPS, or National Paintball Supply, ad right there. They were a big deal back in the 90s. This is July 1999. This is about whenever our field was shutting down because my brother was getting... What are the points for? For winning? No. There's really just... It's kind of like, whose line is it anyway? The points are all made up and it doesn't matter. All that kind of stuff. But here's the inside the Nova 700. A nice full spread right here. Several pages. Let's see, does it say how much this thing was whenever it first came out? The Nova 700, it does not say. But the Nova was a pretty cool marker. It was revolutionary, advertised as revolutionary. It is evolutionary. It's pretty sweet. They're simple, reliable. They shot really well. Yeah, the Nova 700, fantastic marker for back in the day. I know some people who played with them, and they loved them. Let's see. Who is this guy here? For APG was great. What don't I know about paintball? A lot. I just have a magazine, so I knew what the answers were beforehand. But I did know what the Nova 700. Airstar. No, you didn't have to say... No, I don't think you said Nova 700. I thought you just said Nova. The first Nova 700 I saw was Tynaz with the Airstar Nova 700, and you were like 1 second after him with a Nova 700. So Tynaz still wins that. Man, Sizek, you just missed Kyle Spickett. He was here literally like 20 seconds ago. Thoughts on the Dam? If you're wanting to play MagFed and shoot a lot of paint, the Dam's a fantastic marker. It's cool. It'll shoot hopper. It'll shoot MagFed. Just slide that little selector switch on the left side. You can be shooting round ball out of the hopper, and then mag, shoot first strike, or you can use a box rotor and shoot 325 paintball capacity. It's a fantastic marker. Hey, and if you want to get one, let us know. We can get you one from NorCal Paintball in Vacaville, California. The exact same price you're going to find on Amazon or A&S Gear, anything like that. and you'll be supporting a local store, at least local to me. Me and my friend are beginner under 18 years old. Best way to find beginner pump tournaments. Go to your local field and see if they have them. And if they don't, see if you can start one. We had a little pump tournament at this game I played in this last weekend. And it was really awesome. It was 5,000 degrees this weekend. But right there is the link to it. It was a blind draw tournament. So there were 4 teams, 2-on-2. So everybody put their name in a hat. They said, all right, team 1, first team member is Joe. Team 2, first team member, Jason. Team 3, first team member, Sarah. And so on and so forth. Team 1, second player, Ben. Team 2, second player. It just went like that, so you didn't have a clue who you were playing with until they drew the names out. It was a 2-on-2, and it was held on a very, very tiny field, maybe 30 or 40 feet by 30 or 40 feet. It was designed for kids and Splatmaster, the 50 caliber low impact paintball. And that's also where they had the final battle, which was ridiculous. The final battle, the heat kept everybody away. There were maybe 30 people at this scenario game, and the final battle had 15 or 20 people playing, or 15 or 17. It was either 9-on-8 or 8-on-7. So yeah, it was very, very tight quarters, but it was really cool. So, I didn't say go yet, DJ K Styles. Let's see. So, we're going to go back. The term for that is street ball tournament. Yeah. And Jason, thanks for the kind words. Good video. It's hard not to get a good video because it was so small of a field. It was really cool. Yeah, 5 local fields. Should I go to X Factor? That seems to be where all the tournaments are. That'd probably be the best choice to go to find tournaments. I mean, X Factor's a professional team, so that field is probably going to cater to them, but a lot of professional fields and good fields will have also pump divisions. So that'd be a good one. I always suggest going to as many fields as possible. Don't get stuck going to the same field over and over and over and over and over, because then it gets boring sometimes, and sometimes you burn out. If one field is strong in airball, one is going to be strong in scenario, then another one's going to be stronger in rental groups, and then another one's going to be stronger in having parties, birthday parties and stuff like that. Another one might be stronger in Splatmaster for kids. So go to several different fields, and don't get pigeonholed into going to just one. 2 tanks. Yeah, there were actually I think there were 5 little mini amphibious tanks. It was pretty sweet. Ben's hat did fly off. He just, Diesel dude, what's going on, buddy? What's happening? Hey, you and Irk and I need to go hang out this weekend. I was going to go whitewater rafting, but my back is still a little tweaked out. So we'll have to hang out either Friday or Saturday night. And, yeah. So you only have 2 fields in your entire state? Wow. That sucks. Yeah, so that was Rocky Cagnoni. I saw him at Living Legends just a month ago. He talked like this. He just had a gravelly voice. Not quite that bad. But one of the best paintball players at one of the biggest times of paintball. Paintball was huge back then, and he was one of the legends. Rocky's a great guy. He works for Dye and runs Modern Day Pirates, or helps run it, or he's a part of it. I don't know if he runs it or anything like that. I just said that. But he's affiliated with Modern Day Pirates, and I think that he is part of that. So what's he doing, Rocky? Working for Dye. I just answered that because you probably typed that and I wasn't even looking. So let us see. Yeah, Rocky, he's one of the most recognizable guys. I mean, that hair, you're going to have to recognize that. And he's just a good guy. He's a good ambassador of the game. Goes out there. Okay. Here's a trivia question. This is for 1 point. What company, and not just initials, what company made this? Started in 1998, smoking. All right. Chris, I'm such a young player. Their Tipman 98s have been around longer than me. That is true. Started in 2008. Played for 2 D4 teams and 1 D3 team. Awesome, Isaac. War Games, no. Airgun Designs, no. You just saw that one, saw one on Craigslist? National War Games, no. War Games Paintball, no. Brass Eagle, no. WGP, no. That's War Games. And then Indian Creek Designs, there you go. Isaac with Indian Creek Designs. That is the Thundercat. They also made the Alley Cat and a few other markers. They just came out with a new pump marker about a year ago. I've heard some good things about it, but I've not seen one. I haven't ever seen one in person. But the Alley Cat and Thundercats, we actually had some for our rental fleet back in 1996 to 99. AKA ICD, yes. Indian Creek Designs. National Survival Game, no. They made the Splatmaster, which was the first marker specifically made for paintball. It was a piece of crap, but I love them because it really started paintball getting to the masses. So that paintball magazine's done. Ooh, 2010. This isn't so old. 2010 Paintball Buyer's Guide. Let's see. There's a guy on YouTube named QMTL that reviewed that new pump. One of the ICD FS8 and also the Freestyle. Still fun to play. It was fun to play games with the Splatmaster. In fact, that's why I play Pump. Because about a year ago, my brother brought out like 10 or 12 Splatmasters, original ones, and 10-round tubes, and said, hey, let's play paintball at Paintball Jungle in American Canyon. And we're like, all right, let's play. And they were absolute crap. They were one of the worst markers I've ever shot in my life. And probably the worst marker. I would say an Eagle Talon is every bit as good, if not better, by far, than a Splatmaster. But I was like, you know, this is fun. I have to get within 20 feet to even come close to shooting somebody. And then it's going to be shooting about 200 feet per second and probably going to bounce if it even hits them. And I was like, man, but that was really fun. So I bought a Phantom, then another Phantom, then a CCM, and now I'm stuck. I'm not stuck. I'm hooked on Pump. Let's see. You had a Brass Eagle Blade 2. That was a piece of junk. Sorry. You read 3 books on paintball history, Ian, in your middle school library. That's the only way I know these companies and a bit of history of the sport. That's awesome. That is awesome that y'all have paintball marker or paintball books in your school library. PMI Tracer, those things are good. They're really nice. Brandon Peer, new subscriber, asks, how do I feel about the Empire Axe 1.0? I like the Axe. I had one for 2.5 years and never had a single issue with it. Fantastic marker. They flawless every time. As long as you take care of it, you take your bolt out, you wipe it down, you relube it, put a new battery in every once in a while. You don't beat the crap out of it. It's going to work. It was. What was that? The blue one. It was. Okay, I'm not sure. Yo 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 LK Vlogs. Oh, there's a Viper M1 on Craigslist. Okay. Might still have a tracer. Have to look. E-Blades. Thanks. Hey, no problem, Brandon. 3 main upgrades I would do to an Azodin Chaos Pump. On-off ASA. New barrel. And probably a different pump kit. But then you're going to be spending a lot of money, and you might as well just sell it and go with either a KP3, which is a lot better, in my opinion, or sell it and go with either Empire Sniper or save up for a CCM, a used one. But a used one's going to be about the same price as a brand new one. Hitman mod, yeah, I thought I liked the Hitman mod, but I don't anymore. Thoughts on CP barrels? The 30 ones, they're some of the best barrels you're going to find for 30 or 40 bucks. CP makes fantastic barrels for the price. They're not as good as like the Die Ultralight or the Deadly Wind or something like that that's 80 to 100 bucks. But for 30, 40 bucks, they're fantastic. My buddy wants to sell me a tracer for 40 bucks. Yeah, it's not a bad deal. I mean, it's 40 bucks. If you're out 40 bucks and it turns into a piece of crap and you hate it, you're out 40 bucks. You can turn it around and sell it for 40 bucks. None, just buy a better gun. I agree, Jason, with the chaos. I'd just buy a better marker. Sizik, you'll buy a CCM T2 for 300 firm, or from anyone? I'll buy it for 301. I'm a one-upper. Is there a place to find old parts for Proto PM6 other than eBay? Smoking Trans 6. Some fields will have them. I would check Facebook and see if there's a Proto owners group or something like that, and maybe they'll have one, or an old school paintball group. I mean, it's really not old school because it's only 10 years old and it's electronic, but where can you buy a new CCM? You pretty much have to go to CCM. 6-7 months ago, I think, CCM decided to stop giving discounts to dealers. So, like, we don't carry CCM at our store because we make 0 pennies on a brand new CCM. So we don't carry them. They're fantastic markers, and if anybody asks, hey, I want to get a pump, we suggest a CCM. Excuse me. Either a CCM or a Bob Long MVP or now Field 1. Or if they don't want to spend $700-800, then we'll say an Empire Sniper, KP3, something like that. Palmer's Pursuit Shop makes fantastic markers if you're looking for a good pump. Phantoms from CCI are great, but in my opinion, CCMs, until you get to the super exclusive markers that are handmade and one-offs, CCMs are the best, in my opinion. But you have to go directly through CCM because they don't give a penny off in discount, so you're really not going to find those. And it'll take a while because they're so popular, they don't need stores to sell them. So they've got probably a 6 to 8 week turnaround time just to get one. If you find one used in good condition, you're pretty much going to pay the same price as a new one because you don't have to wait all that time. What do you think of the Bolt Elite? The MagFed marker? If that's what you're talking about, the Bolt is made by Takamo. It's based on either a Tippmann or a Valken, I believe, or BT. Tippmann or BT paintball marker, and it's MagFed. They're not bad, but if you're going to go MagFed, I'd go probably with an MCS or maybe the Takamo Hurricane, which is based on the X7. I've heard a lot of good things about it. And it's about $300. You really don't like carbon fiber barrels? I'm not a big carbon fiber barrel fan either, but the Deadly Winds carbon fiber barrel is the best carbon fiber barrel I've ever shot. I traded a PlayStation or Xbox for it. It's the Fiber X, and it takes inserts. It's quiet for a carbon fiber barrel, super light. I really like it, and it looks really good on my CCM. See? CM. It's like a mustache. So, should you put a Dye Ultralight on the KP3? Dye Ultralight's a fantastic barrel. It wouldn't hurt. I mean, it's going to be better than the stock barrel. You can get a Planet Clip Shaft 4 barrel. You can get the FL barrels. You can get a Freak barrel. My favorite barrel is the All-American barrel. Made by Smart Parts, the old All-American barrel. As you can see, All-American. Spiral porting. Sound signature, accuracy, efficiency. My opinion, best barrel ever made. And I like Smart Parts. So that's, and a lot of it is All-American. I'm American. So it's just barrel that I shot 20 years ago. Boomstick is better than the Dye Ultralight. Some people think so, some people don't. I've not run the numbers on them, so I don't know. Used Empire X for $275. That's not a bad price. As long as it's working, you can get them probably for as low as, I mean, you can find them for $200, $225 a lot of places. Every once in a while, someone will be like, I just hate paintball and I don't want to play anymore, and you might find one for $100, but you're really not going to find that consistently. So probably $225. for a used axe. And if it's in good condition, the solenoid's working, it's a beast. It's going to work for a long time. You don't like carbon fiber barrels, Isaac? Well, fine. What do I think about the F1 MVP2? Field 1 MVP2. I've not seen one in person. So I think that it's going to be a fantastic marker. Back 6 months ago or so, my brother and I and a buddy of mine, Pineapple, went down to Field 1, which is 35-40 minutes from my house, and sat and talked with Eric Crandall, the owner of Field 1, manager for Dynasty. Alex Frazee was there. He actually teched one of the markers that we brought to have him look at. And Yosh Rao was there. Super nice guys. They sat around and showed us how to tech the Bob Long guns. And so we got certified in that. The timetable for it, I'm not exactly sure. Chris, check you later, man. 11 o'clock, totally understand that. But I think I've got nothing but high expectations for the Bob Long, or for the Field 1 MVP2. They said they took away the fart sound, which some people like the fart sound, some people don't. Most people don't. My ultralight is a great barrel, so I don't need a boomstick. With that money, I can buy a Deadly Wind or a Freak barrel. Yeah. What about the Shaft FL carbon fiber? I've heard good things about them. We sell them at our store. I just don't need a barrel. My Deadly Winds barrel is working great, so I don't see the need personally to spend another $100-$200. So Destiny runs the All-American on your Ion and the tip on the Angel for the Freak. Awesome! I love those old school markers. My Ion is somewhere, I don't know. When I moved out to California almost 2 years ago, I thought I put it in my kayak and to travel, and apparently it's not in there. It's in some other box that I have not unpacked in almost 2 years. It's in the garage, just chilling with my All-American barrel on it. So, Christian Hughes. I've only been playing paintball for 10 months or so. So don't laugh. But what's the deal with hate for smart parts? Oh, don't laugh. Smart parts suit a lot of people, and a lot of people think that they ruined paintball for a while. I personally don't think they did. If they own the patents and own the copyrights on the stuff they sued for, and people were infringing upon their intellectual property, sue the crap out of them. I'm a photographer. If I've got a photo out there and someone steals it and makes a t-shirt out of it, or uses it for an advertising campaign and they make money on it, I'm suing the crap out of them. That's my property. The Smart Parts has the patents, and other companies try to step in and say, hey, we're going to do this, and it's not going to be the same, but it's the same. Sue them. Smokey Tran went to Paintball Jungle after a 5+ hiatus, 5+ year, I would assume. The field looks very different. I thought it was on the left, yes. Excuse me. So that is a 5-year hiatus. Paintball Jungle is pretty interesting. It's in a eucalyptus grove, or forest actually. It's about 35 acres. It used to be down this road and on one side of the field. And on this side was this place called Sherwood Forest. Literally, essentially across the street from each other. Less than 2 blocks away for sure. I never went to Sherwood. It was closed by the time I moved here. But there was Sherwood Forest, and essentially across the street, Paintball Jungle. About 4 years ago, I think, Sherwood Forest closed down, and Paintball Jungle moved over to where Sherwood Forest was. So they went from like 65 acres to like 35 acres, and my beard is like all sticking out. But I play at Paintball Jungle quite a bit. Isaac should have said I don't like the boomsticks instead of CF barrels. Okay, carbon fiber, yep. It was in the left back when it was Sherwood. Exactly. The KP3 farts a lot. KP 3.5 any different? I have no clue. I've not held the KP 3.5. Vulcanez, Vulcan EZ, received the koozie. Awesome, thank you. If you want an earful of smart parts, go see Mike Phillips. Yeah, he's probably got strong opinions on the subject. War Games tried to sue ANS for copying the cocker, so all companies try to protect their product. Yeah, I have no problem with companies trying to protect their products. They put the research and development money into it, the time, the effort, or they just bought a patent, or they just are like, hey, we got lucky and found this, and that's all really cool. I am strongly against people who steal other people's ideas. The old Hornet base was big. Look up Smart Part Nerve, worst gun ever. No, it wasn't the greatest, but it wasn't the worst. There are some other ones. Now, it might be the worst one in that price range. But I would still take it over a Spider or a Tippmann Griffin. The Spider Extra or any of those 500,000 different Spiders they made back in the day, the Spider Pilot and stuff like that. The eyes always fell off, yeah. Never had one, but still. Found a Vibe on Craigslist for $100. Ah, cool. What do I think about Mike Phillips, the whole situation? I think he's very outspoken. That's fine. Now the deal with the markers and everything that he sold, whatever his website was, I don't want to say it because not because I don't want to push it or anything. I just don't want to say it wrong and then be like, oh crap, I got sued. No. He apparently sold a lot of markers and then didn't have the markers and took the money. Then he filed, I think, what I heard was he filed for bankruptcy, but I've heard that he has repaid everybody or sent them their markers. So he's made amends. He stepped up, did that. Sucks that it took him so long, but at least he doesn't have anybody out there with no money or no marker. When Jared bought War Games, they stopped making them. Money can stop anything. Yeah. Spent a lot of money on the smart parts in the 90s. Marker bids. Okay. Ed Christian, he broke a board. I thought it was hilarious, but he hates smart parts and praises GOG. I don't get Mike Phillips. I've never met him. I've actually never seen a video of his. So, I used to play with Mike in the mid-90s. He was just a kid. You're a WGP fanboy. Well, you would probably like my Carnivore. Oh, there it is. You're probably like this. All right, trivia question. How much did I pay for this? Have I ever bought any paintball stuff from a big box store? I think I bought some paintballs a long time ago, back in the 90s. I didn't like them. Golly, $300. 3 people said $300. Y'all must watch my show. $300 is exactly what I paid for it. Yeah, I love this thing. This thing rips. So, well, I did say someone asked me to give something away. So I'm going to give something away. And it's going to be a question about the price of a paintball marker when it came out. And it has to be the exact price. Let me find a good one. Let us see. Oh, it's going to be, what was the price? Golly, all these markers. Ooh, war sensor. I have a war sensor vest. There's the Carnivore, but that's not what I'm going to ask about. Thank you. Yes, it was a steal. Okay. Golly. All right. Whenever I say go, The price, brand new in 2010. First person to guess it exactly is going to win. What's that do? Your choice of a koozie from Living Legends, or a barrel sleeve. I got one laying around. But you know what a barrel sleeve is. A black barrel sleeve from Valken. Palmer Super Stocker. After I say go, the Palmer Super Stocker. Boom. What was the price of the Carney or the Carney? The Palmer Super Stocker. It features a stock class 68 caliber pump style paint gun, nickel plated brass barrel, body and loader, steel hammer, bolt and springs and other internals, molded plastic or a Delrin grip, pump and grips, anodized aluminum twick gram. Let's see. Nobody's gotten it yet. And quick 12 gram quick changer and miscellaneous parts. Options are the sight hood, ball slots, universal mounting bracket, spiral vented barrel. It's a pump, stack tube, shoots CO2, nitrogen, or compressed air. We've got one in our store. Yes, we are still up. It's has anybody gotten it? Nobody's gotten it yet. And you can guess as many times as you want, but if you go 1, 2, 3, not $4.23. That's the current price for it, though. Christian Hughes, so bonus points for knowing that. And Sizik. That is the. It's 1 a.m. here. Dang, not 1,000. But yeah, the $4.23 is the current price. We have one on our wall at NorCal Paintball. They're freaking sweet looking. The bolt here, or the this top feed tube, that's where you put your 10-round tube. You can put it in the back because it has a plug, or you can take the plug out, put the plug in the back, and put the 10-round tube facing out the back. So far, it looks like nobody has gotten it. But let's see. Vulcan EZ is the closest. The original price of the Palmer Super Stocker in 2010. In 2010, the Palmer Super Stocker was how much for MSRP? You either get a CPX, Living Legends, koozie, or you get a, oh, there's the Valken barrel sleeve. Valken barrel sleeve. Your choice. So the Super Stocker, the closest so far, Vulcan EZ is the closest. Vulcan EZ is still the closest. Has anybody ever shot a Super Stocker? They're pretty sweet. Destiny Maverick is the closest. Destiny Maverick is now the closest. Vulcan EZ, I will, because you are not the closest anymore. Destiny Maverick is the closest. Ian O'Kane is the closest. Ian O'Kane is still the closest, but just barely. Sizik Chaos nailed it with 385. It only took 45 minutes. So, Sizik, even if I've already got your address, send me your address to my email account. Boom, right there. Hey, and just a hint, you don't have to, but that is my PayPal account. If you want to send a buck or two, everybody, I'd appreciate it. Seriously, you don't have to. The Sizik, you win. Send that to my email account. You don't want the barrel sleeve, I already have one. Then you get this right here. I thought I'd already sent you a barrel sleeve, but I will send you this. I've got your, I should have your, well, you get a choice. I can either give it to somebody else, or you can have the Living Legends koozie. Your choice. You can either have me give one choice to either somebody else, or I can mail you this koozie. Let me know, though, in the next few minutes so that I can say, all right, who is the next closest? Or pick a different trivia question. Can I do a question and you give it to him? Sure. Isaac's going to ask a trivia question, but wait until I type go. So after Isaac asks this question, I'm going to type go, and then the first person to correctly answer it wins one of these two things, their choice. Make sure it's with my logo. I need to do that. Once I get 1,000 subscribers and start actually making money on this, because I've made $7.19. And last week, I mailed out koozies and barrel sleeves and a couple of the t-shirt and stuff, and it cost me $19.97 or something. So I'm actually in the hole by about $12.75 or $12.80. So yeah, I don't know how I got 500 something subs. It's crazy. I never thought I'd get 50 subs, but I did. It's ridiculous. So, Size of Chaos, whenever you're ready, ask your question. Who here is, this is totally, okay, who bought Zap when they went under? Now, wait until I say go. Go. Yeah, once I reach 1,000, then I'll be getting some super chats, hopefully, and also more subscribers and more subscribers. I saw a video on how you can just make up whatever you want, whatever number you want, and say, "Oh, I got 100,000 subscribers," but I'm not going to do that. So, who answered first? Jason Cowell with GI Sports. There's people who bought Zap. Christian Hughes, according to mine, you were second. Jason Cowell said GI Sports, then Ian said WGP, then Christian said GI. That's what it shows on mine. Zap was a company that made paint. They made good paint, and they also made AccuCaps, which is the worst paint I've ever shot in my life. It was so brittle, you would pick up the bag and it would almost break. Vulcan EZ, send me an email with your name and Jake from NorCal in the subject line. Christian, I'm sorry. Okay, Jason Cow is going to say you can have it. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to send both of you. So Christian and Jason. Send me an email right there, Jason and Christian, with your names in the subject line and Jake from NorCal. And tell me, hey, you want a koozie? So I'll send you both a koozie. It's going to be what gun came out over 1,000, but is now around 460. Yeah. I'd say that would be the JT Impulse. Because, actually, no, because it's not even $600 brand new. So, anyway, send me your emails. Send me your address with your street address, your city, and your zip code so that I can get you these. If you don't send me that stuff, it makes it difficult. But yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. If you want to, again, you don't have to. Do not feel pressured. But if you're talking about, hey, you want to do a super chat, send me $1 right there to jcrewlin@yahoo.com on PayPal. Who knows? Might get 1 million of them. I can just drive to NorCal PB? Yes. You can just drive to NorCal PB. That'll be much better. Do you want the barrel sleeve, Christian, or do you want the koozie? Let's see. The koozie? All right. I will try to have one there by this weekend. If I go there, I will take one this weekend, but I'm not sure when I'm working. I know that I work Saturday, but send me an email and just remind me, hey, get my koozie up there, idiot, and I'll do my best. All right. Anyway, guys, yeah, the Geo3 worth getting. Yeah, it's a good marker. If it's in good condition, those things are gonna be good. So, hey, no problem, Bob. I mean Christian, Dave. I don't know who Dave is. Dave's not here, man. Bushmaster's going for used, like 200 bucks maybe, 150. Good night, everybody. Talk to you later. Like, subscribe, share. Again, once I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm probably going to be giving away a gun. Probably nothing huge, not a $1,000 gun or anything, but I'm going to try to. So, thanks for joining the chat. I really do appreciate it. Talk to you later.